I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of haunted houses. And the haunted house I'm going to talk to you about today makes no damn sense. Hi, I'm Clowny Quin, and today I want to talk to you about the movie Haunt, which I just recently found out about, and since it was just October, I'm a little late for it, but here we are. The only reason I really watched this was because Eli Roth's name was attached. He didn't direct it, but apparently he was involved in like producing it or something. And I'm a sucker for those. I keep getting roped into movies that directors I like have done, and people just throw their names on it because they know that people are going to want to watch it. Anyway, I saw the trailer for this a while back, and I had the observation that it kind of looked a lot like just another, like the House's October Built, which was there were two movies of those, like 1 and 2, and it was about the people wanting to find the like most extreme haunted houses where they go so much farther. And that's kind of like what the trailer of this movie was about. Thank goodness it's not unlike House's October Built. Haunt is not a found footage movie. One thing I'll say about it is that it does look really nice. Like at least like it's filmed nicer, in my opinion. Like you don't get as much shaky cam or whatever. Okay, so this starts out typical group of friends. One of the girls in the group has just like split from her abusive boyfriend, and they're worried that he's going to come and bother her, but anyway, they still want to have a fun night, and so they get all dressed up and they want to go find an extreme haunted house, and they're like, one of the spooky things that you go through. And the people are just obnoxious. You immediately like don't care about them, but she meets this other guy at this party that they go to beforehand, and then like they're kind of flirty, and then he joins her group of friends, and they decide to go, and they get the address to this one really like supposedly really creepy house, and when they get there they have to sign a waiver, so they're like, oh, this is going to be really cool, and they have to surrender their phones to this little lockbox with a key, and like because they can't take pictures or anything like that. You don't see anybody else go into this place. So, that's a little weird. And then, wouldn't you know it, they go through, it's actually, some of the parts are kind of clever actually, like it's a little bit like, kind of Saw territory, like they've got to follow the little riddles and the clues to get through the different parts of the place, different parts of the house, warehouse, whatever. And then they come upon this one room where there's like a two-way glass mirror situation thing, and this person in a hood is pulling this woman that's struggling, and they end up like burning her with a poker, and of course the group of friends think that this is just like part of the act, and she's like, no, but turns out it's for realsies. And so the group of friends, like they end up having to split up, and they're going through like different tunnels, and so like I said, some of the parts are really clever, different parts of the house. You end up finding something that was a little different than the other types of movies like this that I've seen, is that they're not just like people in clown makeup or people in like clown masks, like these people who run this haunted house business. I say business because it doesn't really make any sense, because they're killing off everybody that comes into this place. So I don't know how they get any money. I don't know how the cops haven't found out about this, but okay. Anyway, what's different about them is that they're like into really like big body modification, like piercings and like brandings, and that like the I don't know, implants you put in your skin and it makes it all like stick out or whatever. So like that was kind of neat. Like, it was neat to see a guy that had, like, carvings of the, you know, like where face paint would be, but it was, like, his actual face. So that was kind of cool. But I gotta say, if you're wanting something like that in real life, check out Richie the Barber. He's really cool. And he's a clown that cuts hair. But, you know, his body modifications are real and way more handsome, in my opinion. They really try hard to make you care about the girl that was in the abusive relationship. Like, she has to face her fear. I don't know, because she's like, she has this little backstory bit. Nobody else gets a backstory, but she was like, I'm not really afraid of haunted houses because I grew up in a haunted house, because her dad was like abusive or something. And then, I don't know, they're trying to make it about her, and then, like, obviously she ends up being the only one that makes it through. And then because the bad guys have all of her information, they end up, like, I don't know, they start killing, like, the bad guys too, but she ends up being the only one. I don't know, this movie was just ridiculous and all over the place. That's why I like this review's all over the place, because I'm trying really hard to make it sound interesting. But anyway, so since they had to surrender, like, their information, they knew where to go to find her house after she gets out, and apparently doesn't call the police and is all better, even though she gets all ruined. She gets mutilated, her hands get mutilated, her face, she gets shot, like, just all this craziness. But she goes home and she's fine. And then and so then, like, one of the clown guys comes to her house, opens the door, and then she's booby-trapped the front door the same way they booby-trapped the haunted house. And then she, like, cocks a gun and then shoots him. How does this haunted house make any money if they kill off all their people? And apparently the reason why the people have this house is so they can pay for their body modifications for their clown faces. I don't know. This was a really weird movie. Did you see this movie? Are you gonna check it out? Are you, like me, felt a little bit suckered in because Eli Roth's name was attached to this? Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. maybe next Halloween there'll be some better haunted house clown-related movies. All right. I'll see you next time. Bye!